Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to teach you how to do a DIY Dollar Tree Valentine's Day banner two ways. First, we're going to need these felt hearts, 2 packs, some of this lace ribbon. You can embellish it with these felt stickers or this table scatter if you want to, but I am not going to. You're going to need your gluing device, and you're going to need this thing with the blue handle. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm taking 2 packs of this the felt hearts and 1 roll of this ribbon. Now, I'm going to show you how to make a loop on each end. This ribbon, this is lace, and this lace is actually, I don't want to say temperamental is not right, but you want to make sure that you keep it laying flat the entire time. It's just one of those little tips for making this banner pretty. And you decide how long you want to make it. Okay, but I'm going to show you how to divide up evenly so that your hearts are spaced evenly in your banner. So decide how long you want your banner to be and add 1 inch on each side to create a loop for hanging. So I've just folded over 1 inch and glued the end back down to make a loop on one side. And then I've done the same on the other. And you want to make sure that it's actually on the opposite side. So if you see, one is tucked under, one is tucked over. All right. And now what you want to do is you want to decide what colors you want to go on. I just thought that the pink looked so pretty with this ivory colored lace. And I'm going to use 5. There is 3 in each package, so you will get 6, but I'm just going to use 5 for this so I could show you how to space them out evenly. So the first thing you want to do is you want to fold your ribbon in half. And I know it's hard to see with the camera angle the way it is, but and you want to make sure your lace does lay totally flat. Now I've taken a paper clip that my friend Dorothy made for me, and I'm marking where the center is. Okay, and then I'm just taking the first heart that's in the middle, and I am laying it over the ribbon upside down. And I'm doing that upside down so that I can glue where it's going to attach. And now that I've attached the first of the hearts, I'm going to fold that in half again, and I'm going to leave a little space because I don't want the heart to land on the very end. I'm coming in about 6 or 8 inches from the end, and then I'm finding where the center is for there, and then I am putting on the end one. And this one I laid it upside down, I glued on it, and I laid the ribbon on top. And now I've taken the 2 hearts that I've already put on, and I found the center point between the 2 of them. And that is how I'm finding the center of that. And I'm going to repeat the same thing. So I'm going to glue on the wrong sides, on the back side, and I'm going to lay the lace right over it. Now I'm just going to go ahead and match the other side to the side that I have done already. So it's really just really super simple. But I just wanted to tell you guys where what I had in mind for this was I did, at first I was going to embellish it, and then I was like, oh, do I want it to be like very farmhouse and simple? And I realized that I made it for you without actually measuring it myself, which is dumb. So don't do that. It's important that you measure how long you want it to be. But you'll see in the finished product, I think that the hearts are just way too spread out. And they're too big for the area where I'm actually planning on hanging this. But for demonstration purposes, I've made it bigger so that I can hang it in the, the archway so I can show you how it looks. And now, like I said, I'm just repeating it to the other half. I'm going back and making sure that I have glued all the way to the edge of the heart, because you don't want it to pull on the ribbon. You want it to hang across. And I just thought this lace was so pretty. And this lace is from the Dollar Tree, so this project costs less than $3, but technically it does cost $3 because you need 2 packs of felt hearts. And yeah, so then you go ahead and you can embellish it if you want to. I want to show you that they have these really cute felt hearts with gemstones in the middle from the Dollar Tree, and either the red one or the pink one would look cute even. I think the pink one would just have the center show up. And then another thought was to actually glue some of the hearts between the felt hearts, but I just decided to leave it plain. You guys go ahead and zhuzh it up any way you want. And like I said, it is a little spaced out. It's a little bit too much, too long basically. So now we're going to make another one. We're going to use the red and white hearts. And again, you can use the embellishments if you want to. There's this table scatter, which you can glue if you want to. We're going to use this plaid ribbon and also some lace ribbon are options for decorating it. And we're going to hang them via jute cord. So you're going to need that thing that you use to do that thing that you do that with. Okay. So this one I did measure. But still, it's a little bit long. But they can always shorten it because this one is not glued. So I'm doing my famous loop on the end. And I've measured this 2 arm lengths, which is about 11 feet for me. It's me times 2. And like I said, I'm going to use red and white. I thought red and white would be really sweet to go with that ribbon as well. And I've decided to make that red and white and red and white and red and white. And I'm just showing you a couple of options. You can just, these sticky felt, these felt hearts are stickers. So you can embellish them if you want to. Again, it's your own choice. You could also write words on these. You can, spell I love you or Happy Valentine's Day. But I do want to show you that this one especially, I had kids in mind because sorting with the red and white is one task. It's counting from the center heart up over the edge and to up over the edge, 5 heart holes. So each time they want to go put one on and put through a hole, they have to count to 5, which is great because you have 5 fingers. It's a great number. Okay, you see me counting. It is the dexterity of threading a needle, basically, or threading a hole, or putting a string through a hole. That's another great skill. And coordinating, basically making sure you have red and white and red and white. Remembering instructions is always important. Okay? And now, as far as this one is concerned, because the string is as long as you need the string to be, I've just decided to use my hand to measure between each heart. Basically, I just want them to be evenly spaced. So, depending on how many hearts you use, how long you want your banner to be, all of those are basically what factors you'll use to figure out how far apart you want your hearts to be. Okay? And I've just folded it in half and I've lined up the 2 coordinating hearts, like the 2 end red ones and the 2 end white ones. And I've just slid them across on the strings together to make a equidistant space. So I started with just a mostly closed hand between each heart, and then I realized it wasn't enough. But you'll see the process here. And then what I realized is that that space was not big enough, so I went ahead and I just opened my hand and I used the open hand, and I just made that one was what worked for me. But you guys do what works for you, okay? And now I'm just going to show you a couple of options to decorate this. Now this could be done. You could go ahead and embellish it with the stickers like we talked about. But I wanted to tie some bows or ribbons between them or some lace. So I want to show you the different options. I've measured 12 inches of ribbon to make a bow. Okay, and this is just one option. And about 1/3 of the way where you want to make your first loop, and then you just tie a regular bow like you're tying your shoes. This is a great ribbon for that, by the way. This makes really, really pretty bows, as you can see here. Okay, and then you trim the edge a little bit to, to be even. And you can either glue these bows or you can tie them around the ribbon, whatever works for you. But what I've decided to do instead is to just do like hanging pieces of ribbon. And I'll be 100% honest with you. I'm not really crazy about it. I kind of feel like I'm going to keep playing with it. I think that if I took this gingham fabric that I had at Christmas time and made bigger pieces, like wider pieces, because I kind of felt like this little ribbon and this little lace was just a little too small for these big hearts. But I'm still going to play with it, and you guys go ahead and do yours. I also was thinking I might want to do some burlap tied between them, which I might do. If you guys follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you'll see it. If I do, I'll post it for you if I change it at all. But for right now, I'm just going to show you a couple of different options of what it looks like with this ribbon. So I tied a ribbon around as one option, but then I realized that it would look so much cuter if it was like the half hitch. Basically, you create a loop of fabric and you pull the tails through the loop of fabric. Almost looks like a little bit like a men's tie. This is how I did the rag wreath from last year's Valentine's Day tutorial. I will link that playlist in the description box down below if I can remember to, because you guys often remind me that I've forgotten to do that. So I appreciate all of that, really do. And then I thought how it would look with some of the lace as well. Now, I do like the fact that it would be lace and gingham and lace and gingham. However, this lace is off-white, and I am like a weird person where I can't have off-white and white and white. Like, it's just not, it doesn't really go to me, like something's wrong. So I think I would look through my scrap pile and get like a different type of lace, which would be cute. Also, another option that I thought of was they have these really pretty sheer scarves at the Dollar Tree. They would also make really, really cute little scraps of fabric to tie between them. And again, if you want to put your hearts closer together and just do like a heart and a piece of fabric and a heart and a piece of fabric, that also would be great. Okay, and I also showed you there for a second how it would look if we took the bow and we glued it on the heart. That was just another option. All right, and then I'm just going to continue along the way. Some of you really are annoyed by my, I'm sure are annoyed by my design process, but I know some people do appreciate the design process. I usually figure this stuff out on the fly, unless I'm actually copying something, or sometimes I get inspired from Pinterest where I actually like, oh yes, I want to do exactly like that, but I want to use these materials. Or I see it and I say, no, I don't want it to look like this, I want it to like that. But sometimes I just get like, oh my gosh, these felt hearts would make such cute banners, and this is what I wanted to do with them. So I appreciate you sticking around with me while we design. Also, a cute bow glued to each of the hearts would be cute, maybe in different spots, maybe in the upper right hand corner of one, or down by the bow of another one. To me, the bow of the heart is where the two mounds come in and meet in the point in the center at the top, because it reminds me of like the bow on your lips, which is that little dip at the top of your upper lip. So that's why I call it that, but that's just me. And then I'll show you here with this lace. I just, like I said, I wasn't crazy with it when it was all done, but it's just to show you some options that they have at the Dollar Tree. So I've decided to make them 6 inches long. But again, I think that longer would probably be better, and a nice wide lace would probably look cuter as well. But I just wanted to show you some options of how to tie on some decorations for this banner. All right. And then I thought, okay, so I do a gingham and a lace. And then I was like, nah, how about a lace and a gingham and a lace? But I'll tell you guys, honestly, I really don't love any of them just yet. I'm going to keep my eyes open for some materials, but I wanted to make sure I got this how to make a banner up for you so that you guys can go ahead and get your own embellishments and embellish it and decorate it the way you want, okay? And that's really it. Just make sure you tie a loop on the other end so that you can hang it. And, here is, this ribbon doesn't want to lay flat for me. I'm telling you, it ain't all that easy. And to go with more of the farmhouse style, I was thinking also maybe some jute would be cute. But then to go to romantic side, maybe some lace. I don't know. You guys decide your own. But here it is. I just wanted to show you it is hang up with just a little ribbon between. And then I have one section that has the 3 ribbons. And I'll show you that up close in a second. So I hope you do like this tutorial. It was really mostly about how to thread and how to space. And you can do this with your kids. And if you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to share this video with friends and family. Anybody you know who'd be interested in making one or both of these. And if you haven't yet, click subscribe. And when you do, a little bell will pop up. When you ring that bell, YouTube will let you know whenever I upload a new video. And as always, take care. God bless. See you next time. Happy Valentine's Day.